In this episode, we go over a lot of ground in the realm of cryptocurrency. A statue of Satoshi Nakamoto will be put up, and we will talk about XRPs. Once again, the price is going up. Will it recover? I found an article about Chris Larsen and his donation, so we will look into that. We will go into the details of the Ripple v.CC case, its appeal, and its consequences because Jeremy Hogan explains everything. As a result of our conversation, we were unable to cover the previous video. However, we will be discussing the USDT probe. Thus, without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's dive into Bitcoin. The current price of $1 is 66.9, a 1.5% decrease from yesterday. The deadline for Ethereum is 2468, with $293 billion worth of cryptocurrencies and USDC trading at $1. Trading at 99 cents, it has fallen 2.6% as of right now. If Ripple wants to launch its stablecoin now, it should do it. Finally, after years of waiting, Ripple is looking into Tether, and they're launching the RLUSD, which will work on Ethereum and the XRPL. Everything points to it being predetermined. It appears that Ripple had sufficient knowledge of the impending events to unite any investigation at this stage. Please don't get the wrong idea. To what extent the probe will reveal anything is a mystery to us. Although there may be no conclusive outcome as a result of it, studies have shown that, in the end, they are. On the other hand, Tether might cause a little market disruption or, at the absolute least, make these institutions wary of continuing to use USDT. I believe it was around 10 days following the SEC's announcement that they would investigate Ethereum that events comparable to those involving Ethereum occurred. In subsequent statements, they denied discovering anything wrong. Additionally, Ethereum was unimpeded. Yes, you have all been involved in this little secret meeting. Despite our griping about Tether and USDT for the past decade, we are finally going to do the research that is required. We will initiate an investigation once they fail to take any action that day. I'm curious to see the outcome. The investigation has been initiated, and all necessary paperwork and reports have been prepared to confirm its completion. However, no suspicious activity has been identified. According to the Wall Street Journal, Brad K. has just released this. The tweet that USDT Tether is the subject of an investigation can be found here. Tether, a USD cryptocurrency company, is under investigation by the US government. This interview by Brad Kess, which he uploaded to his channel, will be played. The optimism of Brad Gollinghouse is condensed into just 36 seconds. In my opinion, another black swan will appear soon. To be honest, I'm uncertain which one, if any, will actually be worthwhile to watch. Since I don't think that's a feasible definition and didn't observe that happening, I'm even confused about how he defines a black swan. It is my firm belief that the US government is actively pursuing Tether. Tether is an essential part of the ecosystem, in my opinion. However, I am uncertain about the best way to predict the outcomes. As a result, Brad might be overhearing me talking about how I apologize. He sees it plainly. How could Brad have known that the US government was aiming its sights at Tether? This is the question. One thing Brad knows that we don't is that he wanted to know if it would be another black swan occurrence. That the US government will collapse at the same time as black swan is basically what he's implying. However, the impact on the markets is uncertain. A negative impact is possible, but it's also possible that people will simply move away from Tether and towards more trustworthy coins. Even though I don't understand why, we do know where the money is coming from. As if scripted for Ripple to reveal their stablecoin will be accessible on 2 separate networks, the announcement is almost made. A little bit of order is also emerging. Perfect for me, and then there's what Chris Larsen has to say, which I'm paraphrasing. Our goal is to rally political leaders who support digital assets. I believe the war on crypto has ended. That is something we would like to back on a bipartisan basis. Let me get this straight. I fully support Ripple. He gave the Harris campaign $10 million worth of XRP. They did exactly what I expected them to do, take a side, and I find that annoying. Ripple has made a stunning strategic decision. Now that they've donated $10 million worth of XRP, what do you anticipate will happen? In addition to her campaign's rejection of XRP, she herself will not hold any of it. A large quantity of XRP will be dumped. That is the part of this situation that annoys me. He possesses the fund. He possesses the fund. He will simply hand it over to her. Instead, he's giving her XRP worth $10 million, which is completely wrong because XRP was created on the spot and printed at a finite rate where its value could be added and its price increased. Attention is elicited. Do you know what XRP means, so you're giving it to her? Whether it's on the public exchange or OTC, we require an additional $10 million in liquidity to offset the imminent market dump. Larsen, you have raised more money than any other cryptocurrency industry individual this year. Please tell me why you decided to donate so much money to a political candidate this election season. We appreciate you having us here again. Okay, so today, Senator Warren spearheaded this disastrous crusade against cryptocurrencies, and I think we can all agree that it was a major error that shifted the spotlight away from the United States and onto Singapore and London. Instead of protecting consumers, it enabled unscrupulous foreign operators like FTX to scam American consumers. Good news, though Republicans and Democrats alike are now showing bipartisan support for the next president. In my opinion, the crypto war is over. And now is the time to back politicians who are on the side of digital assets. What we have done is known to you as well. I think it's imperative that we replicate the bipartisan super PAC success with the president. This is particularly true in situations where a change in California is imminent or when both sides are present. We will win the war on cryptocurrencies eventually. You must be the one since you were involved with both camps. Come out on top, it was a very strategic move. State Ripple provided a notice describing its 4 key selling points when Jeremy Hogan joined the Ripple v. SEC case. Be careful to consider whether, in my opinion, a valid contract is necessary for an investment deal, given the existence of legally binding contracts for Ripple's direct sales of XRP. And resolving the issues at hand would be futile. The company's primary motivation in taking the case to the appeals court report is to ensure the overall welfare of the cryptocurrency community. I mean, come on, let's talk about crypto instead of Ripple paying a $15 million judgment. The SEC's enforcement attack would win the case, though. 2. This allows Ripple to re-argue all of the Howey test's fundamental points and defend its fair notice position, regardless of whether XRP was ever offered as an investment contract by Ripple. 3rd, getting back to the point, the 4 captivate me the most. When the injunction basically says abide by the law, it seems pretty standard. Is this clear enough? Ripple wonders. It implies that Ripple would rather not deal with the injunction, which is unnecessary and could potentially impact its operations and security law disputes. Jeremy Hogan claims that the lines of battle have been drawn. In light of the fact that the judge has previously received all of the necessary materials to establish their case, neither Ripple nor the SEC are permitted to present any additional evidence. A new statue has just been unveiled in the Swiss city of Lugano. And that is all. A memorial to Satoshi Nakamoto. It seems like we have Satoshi in this situation, and you are always wondering about her. Seriously, he's the real deal. In particular, I am aware of the question of whether or not XRP's price can recover from its recent drop. An article on CryptoMinute.com states that XRP's price has dropped by over 11% in the last 30 days, and that present signs suggest even more caution is required. I had hoped that you noticed.